In Brazil, a man was left traumatized after he had to shoot his own dog. The dog had broken into the house of an intruder who had tied up the man and his wife. The dog then tried to attack the intruder, so the man was forced to defend his pet and in turn himself. Sadly, Bruno, a 4-year-old golden retriever Labrador mix, died after being shot by his owner, but not before managing to inflict some damage on the burglar. According to reports, the incident occurred in the Brazilian city of Goiânia. A 23-year-old man and his wife were at home when 2 armed intruders broke in. The couple was tied up by the criminals who demanded the keys to their safe. The criminals were looking for money, jewelry, and weapons. They also took the couple's phones so that they couldn't call for help. However, the criminals hadn't counted on the couple's brave dog, Bruno. CCTV footage shows the criminals ransacking the house. One of them is seen holding a gun, while the other searches through drawers and a safe. Suddenly, Bruno can be seen entering the room where the men are. The dog begins to bark furiously, prompting one of the criminals to point his gun at the animal. Thinking quickly, the dog's owner grabs his weapon and shoots the criminal. The other criminal tries to escape through a window, but he is unable to and is apprehended by police shortly afterwards. The wounded criminal who had been shot by Bruno managed to get away, but not before the dog managed to bite him in the leg. Sadly, despite the heroic actions of the dog, he was later found dead. He had been shot in the head by one of the criminals. It is not clear which criminal was shot by Bruno or if the gunshot wound was fatal. The dog's owner was traumatized by the event and said he never imagined anything like this could happen to him. He said, "I was scared. It was all very fast. We were just thinking about our dog. My wife was crying. She was very scared." He continued, "It was crazy because the dog is very friendly. He would never do anything like this if the people were not dangerous. It was to defend us." The man explained that the criminals had taken all of their valuables and even the TV, but the only thing they didn't take was a picture of Bruno hanging on the wall. The man added, "I think they didn't even realize that it was a dog. They just saw a silhouette and thought it was a person. But Bruno is a big dog. He's a Labrador and a golden retriever mix, big and strong. He would have easily won a fight with a human. I think they were scared." Police are still searching for the criminals responsible for the incident. Sadly, this is not the first time a pet has been killed during a home invasion. In September 2021, a man in Florida killed 2 of his pet rats by shooting them. The man's name is Kyle Mullen. He was trying to protect his family from an intruder. Mullen opened fire after seeing a man rummaging through his girlfriend's bedroom. The intruder was not carrying any weapons and had actually climbed in through an open window to steal some items. When confronted by the armed homeowner, the thief threw his backpack down and raised his hands in submission. Mullen shot the unarmed man twice in the chest, killing him. After the shooting, it was discovered that the deceased was a father of 3 and had no criminal record. An investigation into the shooting found that Mullen had acted within the bounds of self-defense, and so was not charged with any crimes. However, many people online criticized his decision to shoot the unarmed man, especially since he had killed 2 of his pet rats in the process. Some people said that it was wrong to kill 2 innocent animals simply out of fear. In that case, do you think the dog's owner should have shot the dog? Or do you think he was right to shoot the intruder? Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already.